Well, when we walk 9 and we hit 4 and we make 3 errors and we win, that shows something about the heart of the team. They didn't quit. Uh, I couldn't be prouder of them. They fought and won.
If you have a question, please raise your hand. Wait for the mic. Name and affiliation.
Brian Davis from the Dallas Morning News. Justin, talk about the final at bat and just facing all those sliders.
I knew that was his out pitch. I knew he was going to stay away, or I pretty much guessed he was going to stay away, considering the way they pitched me the rest of the whole entire series. And when you know what you know what his two pitches are, so you're pretty much geared up for that side of the plate. And I think he hung a slider, I think it was, and I was just looking to go up the middle or the other way with it. And there's a huge hole on the right side. I figured if I could. Moss was shading way deep behind second base. I figured if I could put it on the ground over there, or slide one through there, that would do the job too. And he just happened to leave it up, and I hit it pretty good.
Brian McTaggart, Houston Chronicle. Justin, you've kind of been one of the unsung heroes of this team, even though you're a senior. But is it kind of what does it do for you to have a game like this, not only at the plate, but what you did behind the plate as well, and all around, you just have probably one of your better games.
Yeah, I mean, this will definitely be one of the more memorable games of my life. To put us in the championship series and with and get the game-winning hit like that, that's something you dream about when you're little. And I was just fortunate to be in that position. Dame put down a great bunt, moved the runner up, and the rest is history. But the main thing is we're just get the days off and get ready for Stanford or Fulton, whoever it is.
Coach, obviously this game was big. You're able to set up the pitch and now your way you wanted. Just comment on that a little bit. I mean, things have really fallen into place perfectly now, and you're going to go in with 2 days rest, and you'll be able to go with your rotation from the top.
Yeah, and we took the risk tonight of using Arsma to try to win this one, and it's beautiful that he also will be rested on Saturday. It's great to have a rested pitching staff and a little time off.
Wayne, the replays showed almost, lots of replays tonight, and one was the camera of you in the dugout after the first, after the second, after the third, just show you pumping your fists and whatnot. I mean, every game here is big. How bad did you want this one?
Well, it's probably as important a game as I've ever coached. I feel that Neiman could have beat him tomorrow night, but there's no use putting yourself in that position. Win now was the attitude that we took to the field, and I just didn't want anyone to think that I had quit in any way when we fell behind. I wanted them to know that I was willing to fight for them and anything, and they certainly didn't quit, and it was a great effort.
Hey, Josh, how nice was it for you to come and contribute like you have? I mean, you've kind of been a forgotten man in the pitching rotation, but you really came out and ate up some innings and got it to where you could get it to David and set up things.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, just like all these guys have touched on, going out and playing in a game like this is a blast, and it is something that, we came up here and we wanted to do. We didn't want to come up here and just enjoy it, but win it. And makes it a lot easier, too, when you throw and you got a guy like Rucky behind the plate, because we really weren't throwing as well as we could have. Arjman did a great job, but Umber and I could probably worked ahead in the count a little bit better. But when you have a guy back behind the plate that throws everybody out and, you keep the ball down, it's a lot of fun.
David, talk about your battle with Moss there. It looked like you just decided to throw it by him, I guess.
Yeah, it frustrated me because I threw the curveball, and it just, umpire thought it just missed, and, some of us felt that it was right there. And so right after that, I knew I had to beat him with something. And I remember Coach Graham all year long is, he always tells me that, beat somebody. Don't go out there and, get beaten. And I just reared back, and he went chasing for a high fastball.
Last one. I just want to ask Dane, just the emotions after the game. I mean, was it just one of the more joyous things you've ever been a part of? Looks like you guys were having quite the time down there.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of the greatest games, like I've been a part of, back and forth, the battle, and just the excitement of it all. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. We soaked it up as good as we could.
Justin, John Yardley, Rice Radio. Can you just talk about battling, mostly with Umber and Baker, as he said, working behind in the count most of the game?
Both guys had pretty good stuff. Umber was throwing hard. He was rested. His curve was biting pretty good early on. We hit a couple guys. We walked a couple guys. When you put guys on in the leadoff, a lot of stuff can happen. And I thought Baker had some of his better stuff of the year. At times he missed some spots, but we were fortunate to get some outs, and he was throwing hard, and he was throwing the breaking ball over. So, those guys, I think they pitched better than it showed. A lot of close pitches, could have gone either way. And of course, Dave came in and did the job. So, but I thought the pitchers threw pretty well, had good stuff. We just didn't make the pitches when we needed to a couple times. But other than that, I thought they did a good job.
Wayne, Eric Stevens with the Los Angeles Times. Can you just talk about making it to this point of playing for a title now and just making a long run, the one thing that seemingly kind of escaped this program previously?
Well, yeah, we came here with a monkey on our back. One of the favorite sayings of people that wanted to low rate the program was, two in barbecue in Omaha, and we needed to do what we've done because the previous times we've been in Omaha, we played some great baseball and lost by 1 run to LSU. We lost by 1 run to Texas. We were in the game with Miami right to the end. I felt like our guys always played good ball here. We just we got some bad breaks, and this year we said we're going to play good enough that the breaks don't matter. And actually, we got some good breaks tonight. So we're going to get to play as much baseball as anyone in Division I this year, and that's the most important thing. We'll be in the last game.
Any more questions? All right, thank you, Coach and players.
Well, you never know what's going to happen in the national championship game, but I think everybody calmed down and played their best game tonight. And, of course, it all started with Phillip. Phillip went out there and focused on his job and got 3 pitches over the plate, and that was confusing to Stanford. I always had trouble with hitting people that got 3 pitches over the plate. They put on an exhibition batting practice like I've never seen before. Stanford did. They are strong. They're a great hitting ball club and a great club, and we were fortunate that we had a little better rested pitching, and we simply got a great pitching performance from Phillip and a great effort from our entire team.
Okay, if you have a question, please raise your hand, wait for the mic. Please give your name and affiliation. Questions? No questions.
Hi, Lou Pavlovich, Collegiate Baseball. This is for Wayne Graham. How does this national championship stack up with the others you had at San Jac?
Well, obviously, that was a wonderful time for me there, but this is the level that I always wanted to coach at, Division I, as opposed to pro ball, because I had opportunities in pro ball. And so this one has to be the best.
Sean Ryan from collegebaseballinsider.com. Wayne, if you could just comment about the pitching. Obviously, it's been pitching and defense all year, but when you've got 3 horses, 3 number ones, and then you've got guys like Stephen Hurst and Josh Baker coming in, got great pitching. Just comment on the pitching and how easy, I guess, that made it.
Well, I don't think it was easy. It was rough all year. I mean, we got some breaks up here, but the thing that allows you to overcome bad breaks is pitching and defense. And I told them before we came here that we've got to be better, so good that we don't need any breaks. And I think the pitching, particularly, and the defense, I thought was great too. But we do have some pitching depth, and a lot of them are coming back.
Any more questions?
Wayne Drays with ESPN.com for Phillip. Did you do anything different before this start than you did before your last start? Whether it's superstitious, your preparation, anything different at all?
I don't know if I did anything different, but my thought process was a lot different. Going into the last start, I was worrying about all the wrong things, thinking what could happen. And this started just focus on the job, and that was throwing strikes, getting 3 pitches over the plate. We knew they weren't going to strike out very much, so we had to, keep them off balance, and hopefully they hit ground balls and pop-ups. And tonight the defense played great.
This is for Coach Graham again. There's been a lot said about your pitching staff, but you got a whale of a catcher there. I don't know whether he's allowed many guys to steal any bases in this whole tournament. Can you talk about him?
I've said all year long that he's the most underrated player in this country. In my opinion, he's the best defensive player in this catcher in the country, and I think he's underdrafted. I think he'll catch in the big leagues. He would if I was managing in the big leagues, I'll tell you that.
This is for Justin. Steve Pivovar from the World Herald. Could you just talk a little bit about Ketchum Phillips' game and just maybe the difference you saw in him tonight compared to his previous start?
I thought when we were down in the pen today that the curve might be a problem. I mean, it was bouncing quite a bit, even in the warm-up pitches on the mound. I don't know what he changed. I don't know what was said that changed, but when he started throwing the splitty for a strike, I think that gave him more confidence in all the pitches. And I'd say the key to the win tonight was definitely the split finger. We'd get ahead with breaking ball a lot and throw the splitty in a fastball count, and it looks like a fastball coming in. We got a lot of weak grounders and lazy flies. So, we pretty much stuck with the same plan. Like he said, we knew they weren't gonna strike out a lot, so we wanted to make them hit the ball, to the fielders and make the plays. And I think we played some great defense again tonight.
This is a question for Philip. Jonathan Mayo from MLB.com, over here. Phil, if you could just comment on what it's been like to throw to Justin all year, to have a catcher like that you can trust.
Well, we've actually got 2 good catchers. I haven't thrown to Justin all year. I didn't really start throwing to him to the playoffs. But, both of them call great games. They're great defensive catchers behind the plate. And then, obviously, Justin has a rocket for an arm, so that helps out a lot.
Sean Ryan from collegebaseballinsider.com again. For any of the guys, for any of the players, rather, how'd you guys spend the time after yesterday's loss and today, and how nerve-wracking was it knowing that, hey, you had one game to win the national title?
Well, I think Coach really put it in perspective as far as helping us not be nervous. He told us no matter what happens, we're the best Rice team that there's ever been, and just kind of made us relax and go out and just play ball. And so he's going to be proud of us either way, and everybody at the university would be, and just help us to relax, and came out and you saw the results.
Coach over here, John Schutz with KETV, right here. Coach, in the wings, what does it mean to a school the size of Rice and for you to have built this program to get to this point?
Well, there's a lot of passionate people around Rice that they wanted this, they needed it. Houston, I think it means something to Houston too, because Rice has always been something that Houston was very proud of because of the academics and the sense of honor, and those are 2 reasons I went to Rice. When I was growing up, that quest, it's merely a quest to maintain honor and do things the right way. I think Rice has never lost that commitment, and giving them an athletic championship means a great deal, I think, to Rice and to Houston.
This is for Vincent and Paul. Steve Pivovar from the World Herald. Could you guys just talk about, obviously, the margin of victory? Could you guys have ever foreseen anything like this happening?
Well, we knew coming out we wanted to score some runs for Phillip. It seemed like for the past couple months we've been giving him 1 run early and then shutting it down. It seems like he's had to pitch with a 1-run lead and win 1-0 every game. So we came out expecting to score a few runs early and wanted to give him that comfort zone.
Yeah, like Vince said, we knew we had to get on the board early. Seems like for the entire postseason, whenever we score early, we've had a lot of success in the games. And fortunately enough, we were able to put up a 3 spot in the first, and I really felt like we never really let up. We stayed intense the whole game, never really got lackadaisical, and then we put up that 7 spot, and that just took it out of them.
Any more questions? Congratulations, Rice University.
Woo!
Towards the wall, Colcourt at the wall, jumps up and catches the ball. Absolutely the play of the year for Chris Colcourt. Are you kidding me?
Here's the 1-2. Swung on, hit a long way to left field. Ball going back and looking up, and you can write that one down and kiss it goodbye.
Armstead sent the right-hander's pitch, swung on and hammered right field, has a chance, to the track, to the wall, it's gone! 2-2 pitch. That's hit well to right field. Going back at the wall, looking up, this ball is out of here!
3-1 delivery to Davis. Change hit well to right field. Going back is Mathis looking up. He's not going to get it. This ball is out of here. Austin Davis with the solo home run.
Here's a ball pound to the left and deep. Back she goes, away back, and gone! Greg Mathis with a home run. Well, here's one blasted to left field and way back, and he's hit a home run! Scott Nasby!
The 1-1 pitch. He swings and he drives one to deep right field. And Barton leaps at the wall. It's gone. Home run. Omar Quintanilla. In the pitch. And Soldemeyer swings. He drives one to deep left. Say goodnight to this one.
Swung on, that's hit a long way to right field. You can write that one down and put it in the book. Harris. On run out of the stretch, delivers, swung on, that's hit a long way to left field, way back there. That one is gone.
High hit, deep left field. It's got some power. It is over the wall and gone for a home run. How about that? Swung on and belted deep to left field. Backing up is Patterson. He looks up and you can kiss it goodbye.
Miller comes set. Checks a couple times, now he comes to the plate. Hall drills it down the left field line. Ball tailing towards the foul. Pull in, it is gone! A home run for Brian Hall. 2-run pitch hit very well by Sam Fold into center field. Going back, Boyer and Costa. Boyer at the wall, he looks up, it's gone! A home run for Sam Fold. This game is tied.
Curveball sent in the air, deep left field, going back is Wilson. He looks up, it's out of here! Home run, Joey hooked, and the Canes tie it up. Swing and a drop, deep left field, the slump is over, kiss it goodbye. Jim Burt with his first hit in 16 at-bats.
Here's the pitch to Markham, and a blast to left field. Back she goes, and it is a 3-run homer for Sean Markham. Putnam swings and hits a fly ball deep right field. Long way to go for Tollison to right, and it's gone. A home run for Danny Putnam.
Swung on and belted. Deep right center field. Back, gone. Home run for Brian Busher. Triplett hits one a long way. Backing up, deep left field, and it is out of here. Swinging a drive, deep left center field. Back goes Fold, still back, way back, and out of here.
Swung on, and that's driven out to deep left center. Back to the warning track, looking up, center fielder Figueroa can't get it. Home run, Michael Holloman on a 3-2 pitch.
Quinton swings and hits a fly ball deep to left. Dorn going back, and it's gone. A 2-run blast from Carlos Quinton, and it's 2-0 Stanford.
Cherry launches one out to right field, but the ballpark should hold it. Quinton racing back, or will it? He'll jump up, and can he get there? No, he can't. It is gone. A red-hot solo shot.
Fastball swung on, crushed to left field. If it's fair, it'll be gone. Home run for Carlos Quinton, and the Cardinals have an insurance run.
And the pitch to Carter, swinging a deep drive into right field. That one's in way back. Costa going back, and it's gone. A home run for Chris Carter. A no doubt about shot to right center field.
Fastball hit in the air, deep to right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone. Home run, Johnny Ed. And we're tied. Putnam swings, crushes it to deep right. This ball's got a chance. This ball is gone. 2-run homer for Danny Putnam, and the Cardinal lead it 7-5. 3-2 pitch, and Ash crushes it to deep right field. Rubella going back, a home run for Johnny Ash, and it's 1-0 Stanford.
Of the ninth in this super regional. Ground ball. Jed Lowry flips, and the Cardinals are heading back to Omaha. It's got to feel good in that pile. The super regional champion Stanford Cardinal.
Pop-up, first base, Borders calling. 20 trips to the College World Series for the University of Miami.
with the bouncer to second base. The toss across, and the LSU Tigers are going to Omaha for the 12th time in 18 seasons. Look at the dog pile at Alex Box.
Side, Stansberry, Cruz tries to turn to first base in time, and the Rice Owls are headed back to Rosenblatt.
Fly ball to right, and that should do it. Mathis coming in, and here come the Bears to Omaha. Out they come, on to Omaha. Campbell ready to work. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Matt Campbell comes out of the bullpen. South Carolina's headed back to Omaha, Nebraska.
Rice has always been something that Houston was very proud of because of the academics and the sense of honor, and those are two reasons I went to Rice. When I was growing up, that quest, it's merely a quest to maintain honor and do things the right way. I think Rice has never lost that commitment, and giving them an athletic championship means a great deal, I think, to Rice and to Houston.
From what I understand, this is the first time anything like this has ever been done at the College World Series. There are people here doing face painting. It's just a really, really great family atmosphere. Go Titans! So we have ESPN pumped into inside the house, outside the house. We have kids in there right now who are making signs for the game. Family members are out there right now and they're barbecuing. They've got, bratwurst on the grill. They've got flank steak. It's really amazing. This is just one of the things that we tried to do to really build some excitement and build a place where people can come and our fans can have a great time because we've got some of the best fans in the world. It's been just a marvelous success.
We love you, Titans! Beat Stanford!
Yeah, bottom 7, 5-5 at that point.
We're just trying to hit the ball hard.
Burgos
Deep drive to right.
I got one hanging, and I just tried to take a good swing, and I got enough of it to get it to the wall.
Brenton back to the wall.
I saw him backing up, getting ready to jump up against the wall, and I was holding my breath for a minute.
Leaps and he can't get it off his glove.
Once Carlos didn't catch it and the ball was rolling.
A tear being waved home.
Got on my horse and tried to go as fast as I could.
Here's the relay. It is not in time.
We might only had one chance to get that run in, and he was going for it. If he would have been out by 40 feet, I'd look like a goat, but he was going no matter what.
An RBI shot by Burgos.
Right now we're in the driver's seat. We'll be fine.
And Cal State Fullerton has won the ball game 6-5.
It's just a square with water in it and spit. We'd outline it with the bat first and then fill it in with water each inning. It just gets more and more muddy as the game goes on. Saturday game against Notre Dame in the regionals was the first day.
He was trying to clear space on the ground, just kind of moving the dirt back and forth, and it was making a bunch of dust clouds in the dugout, so he just put some water on it and then kind of evolved from there, and then we got a rally going when everybody spit in it.
Harold's saying that's the most disgusting thing he's ever seen.
This is nasty right here. That's a little spittoon that they've got there. They walk over there and they all spit in it.
It's gross, but it works.
That is nasty.
Baseball, right? Seeing it, trusting your ability. My only wish is that you guys play like you have all year long. And if we do that, we got a great chance in this thing.
He takes a breaking ball and hits it to deep right, way back. It is gone. A 3-run home run for Shane Costa.
I think we've seen a classic from Cal State Fullerton.
I was here when I was a freshman, and I was a little more relaxed probably than a lot of these guys, but it's awesome. I love the atmosphere, and hitting the home run here, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Newest member of our team, this is the Rice Rally Monkey in honor of my 13-day old daughter, Macy Marie Taylor. Hopefully we can get the monkey off of our back and get through this first game. We're 0-3. So this is the monkey off of our back, getting the Rice House through, game 1.
Rally monkey? I think it's a lemur, Coach.
I was struggling, and I saw a buddy of mine that we were playing with. He was like, "Hey, man, put a card in your hat. What are you gonna lose? See if some of that mojo can rub off on you." Tony Fernandez was the first one that came up, and as you can tell, this guy's been worn out. I had to get him laminated, put him all together. He was pretty hot for a long time, and then Julio came along, and he was absolutely great for me too. He played well, and and then all of a sudden, I was thinking, well, as soon as we get to Omaha, I'm gonna have to start getting some Harold rental cards, because he's good mojo for Omaha. He's ready to hit. He's got his helmet on. He's ready to hit, so that's the most important thing. And if he doesn't have any mojo, hey, we're going to have to rotate. And this one's just real pretty. This is the real Harold, so. Harold's in there. He's starting for me. He's playing. You got to love the curls right there. Please, give me and the Rice Owls some mojo, because as you can tell, we've only won one game up here, and hopefully we can win a lot more this year. It'd be great. Harold, help us out, please.
He's the Yeti, like the abominable snowman, but I don't really have one.
He's just weird, I don't know. He does his own deal. He's cocky and never shuts up. He walks around naked a lot.
He's pretty dirty. He never cleans anything up. He just leaves his stuff everywhere.
So do you?
Yeah, I'm clean. The program says 260 for him. It's about 275 or 280. I mean, I'm 240, but that's fine, as long as he gets his too.
I'm about 265, maybe.
You're kidding me?
He's bitter.
You're kidding me? 265. And 265 is about 8th grade. I don't know what he's talking about. I go on binges, sort of. I'll eat good for 2 weeks and I'll go to Krispy Kreme and I'll just eat myself into a coma for a couple of days.
He once ate 6 donuts and 6 bites.
I've also eaten 24 donuts in a sitting. It's a lot of donuts. My girlfriend went to get a pedicure and I'm whipped and I was kind of bored. I got blue that have big R's and the big toenails, so it looks pretty cool. It's good luck.
I told you it was weird.
Well, they're all quality starters. Well, Umber came in as the number 1 this year, but the other guys have come on so strong that it's kind of a coin flip now.
Jeff Neiman, a masterful effort, 18th consecutive victory.
It's just another game. Just went out there and tried to give our team a chance to win.
Not just another game. It was just first big game.
I thought he pitched great. He had no-hit stuff.
Wade's just crazy. That's his style out there.
Wade Townsend has been dominant.
I mean, that game had a lot riding on it, and I was really happy to win it.
So I think it's sweet revenge for him.
Townsend the winner as Rice advances to the Bracket 2 championship game.
Umber has been the most consistent of us since day one at Rice.
What he usually does with us, which is a sense of calm. His teammates like playing behind him because he's real relaxed out there. I'd say he's our, steady rock.
And Umber's it's calm and cool, collected. It's been there before. Nothing bothers him at all. So it's tight. It's tight.
Won it all, baby. Yeah.
Wally was LSU baseball to a T. He a great player, represented the school very well.
That was the kind of guy he was. He didn't want to settle for, anything that below his standards. He wanted to get to where he wanted to be.
I never appointed a captain. I just thought the team would eventually, hopefully, rally around somebody. Without a doubt, it was Wally.
Wally was our, the backbone of our program last year. He was our leader. And you lose someone like that, we kind of still look to him a little bit. He's still up there with us.
See, I felt like Wally's been with us all season long.
And I was pitching the 9th, and we were up 6-5, and had one out, and and the guy from Baylor hit a ball. When off the bat, everybody in the stands knew it was gone. And I looked up at it, and I'm just saying, "Come on, Wally, come on, Wally."
And it had to be Wally that kept it there.
I'll be darned if he didn't blow that ball back in the park.
There was a spirit, there was a presence that kept that baseball in the park.
We went on to win that game.
And LSU has forced a 3rd game.
It was our last at bat, and the crowd started chanting his name, Wally, Wally.
First time I really heard something, when you're focused in, and you go, what are they doing? There's a fight, what's happening here? And then you gear in and you hear it. Goosebumps. I got them now.
And the LSU Tigers are going to Omaha.
And I tell you what, I had chills from my head to my toes, and it was an awesome feeling.
You would think Wally's presence is just at Alex Box Stadium in Baton Rouge, but really, Wally's presence is with us all the time. Wally is the guy, the spirit, the feeling, the presence that always hovers over our baseball team.
Are y'all hungry? We have shrimp jambalaya right here and fried catfish. This is our cook. His name is Stan Evans. It's a little spoon he stirs his stuff with.
You can throw anything you want in a jambalaya.
What's going on over there?
What's going on? I'm neglecting my jambalaya pot. Just hang in the shade over there.
What's up? We brought Mardi Gras to Nebraska.
We had about 4 sacks of beads. I think we got 1 left today.
And it's just a big party for them. How long, Stan? 6 weeks?
Ooh, I don't know, 40 days or something.
We're going to hit home runs Sunday to take this game.
Whether it's LSU or what, we're here every year for baseball. We love baseball.
We are now here at the putting green where the putting competition is going to happen.
Browning, get a good angle.
Oh, Deej! Great shot, big guy. It's luck for you. My recommendation is that most of us stick to baseball. Oh my! One of our freshmen would like to sing right now. He wants to sing to all the fathers for Father's Day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. How do you feel about that singing performance? I wish I was more prepared.
You get nervous?
Yeah. I could have come up with better material.
access with the Canes, baby.
Where we going, Sean? We're going to Omaha. We're going to win it all because there ain't no season better than this one.
Everybody's waiting to get their ticket.
We hear some, people talking how we're young. It doesn't matter. It's either a team that's fundamentally sound and it's hot. Whoever's hot, it's gonna win. And we're hot.
My one and only special favorite head coach, Jim Morris. You're number 3 on the field, but you're number 1 in our hearts. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see?
Dirty Dozen back home in Omaha.
Steve Bondurant, Rico Bravo,
Chris Hernandez,
John Kutlangus,
David Marchbank,
Brian Bush,
Justin Harris, Matt Riddle, Landon Powell,
Tim Seaton,
Demetric Smith, Kevin Malillo.
They're the leaders of this team. They're the veteran guys, and we scuffled a little bit early in the year to the midway point, and these guys took it upon themselves to get things straightened out. And I think part of what they did, that's how they became known as the Dirty Dozen.
Well, here's the whole story behind it. We had just gotten swept at Tennessee. We needed to turn our season around. This guy has the bright idea of let's burn stuff on our field and bury it in center field. And that didn't really fly the way we wanted it to, so we got a trash can instead, threw stuff in there and lit it on fire. Got on a little winning streak.
I put in long sleeves, like our Under Armour sleeves, and because we've been losing in the cold and the rain all year.
Some wooden bats, a couple aluminum bats, but they didn't burn too well.
I know they had a little bonfire and that kind of thing. I don't know what all transpired.
I actually threw my first college hit baseball. I kept it in my car, set that ablaze. When it came down to the very end, the last thing we threw on top was a Texas Longhorn. We just wanted to put that behind us because that was one of our worst memories of last year.
I think probably a couple of my pictures were in that trash can as well.
Curfew is 10:45 tonight. We got an 8:15 wake up, or 8 o'clock wake up tomorrow. That's my artwork. Aha!
I gotta get off the phone. Coaches are here.
Malillo's been a little bit under the weather the last 2 days. You feeling all right?
I look all right, don't I?
Not really. Is your combo guy here?
No, he's not.
See, we're a little bit early. Harris, we checked your room already. We'll be back. You guys don't have your pajamas on. Stanford called and wanted to make sure you'd be out there tomorrow. They didn't get enough the other day. They wanted a little bit more. So. What are you doing, Tolly? What are you doing there?
Trying to get a bat ready tomorrow.
What'd you do? Just put some cork in it?
Yeah, I corked it.
Good idea. Do you want to go back and check on Harris?
Always in on time.
You're changing.
I am. I'm maturing.
It's loud. This thing's loud. You got a tough gig to match up tomorrow. Chris wanted to go to Stanford, but he couldn't get admitted, so had to come to our place. We'll come get you in about the 8th tomorrow, so good luck.
The 8th?
Yeah. You want me to come earlier?
No, you don't have to come get me at all.
We're all right. We got them right where we want them. We're loading them asleep, make them think
We're sandbagging.
Right.
We're sandbagging. We don't like that first day. We don't like opening days.
Carolina, they're not any good, and you just watch. We lost 11-0 last year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We only lost 8-0 this time.
And the second straight opening game whitewash of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
There's been 2 shutouts in the last 50 years, and we hold both of them.
My name's Carlos Quinton. I play right field for Stanford University.
And 2-0 Stanford in the first.
Well, we jumped on them early, so we were up a couple runs.
And he gets hold of this one to the gap, right center field.
I just turned, ran, and I realized, it was way over my head. It just kind of went airborne. Just jumped out as far as I could, ended up catching it.
Run down by Carlos Quinton. What a catch on the track.
So I knew as soon as I jumped, I was like, this is probably going to hurt when I fall. So I know I caught it. I scraped myself up pretty bad. Then I heard the crowd and stuff, and at that point, you don't really feel anything.
If we're here for a week and a half, we may never see a better play than this one. Deep drive to right. Quentin back to the wall, leaps, and he can't get it off his glove.
I found the fence, and I got ready to jump, and I jumped up and just hit the base of my glove and popped out. I was really close to catching it. A little fraction of an inch, and it's from catching a ball, and, who knows how that game ends up.
And Cal State Fullerton has won the ball game 6-5.
We're still in this, and I think that we're going to make the best of it.
Lost this to deep right, going back to the wall, and it is gone. The first home run of the year for Johnny Ash.
I dreamt hitting a home run off Cordero to win the game. It tied it out for us, and we eventually won. So, you guys rooting for us this next weekend? All right, you better.
There's one. Bomb to right center field. Putnam, two-run home run. There's a gamer.
What's that? Oh, 3, 2, 1. That was a cool see. Yeah. Something had to happen because we couldn't keep playing all night. I made a little adjustment. I felt pretty good after some bad ones. So, yeah, I'll remember that for a long time.
And Stanford wins it in 10. What a comeback by the Cardinals.
1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cardinals! It's gonna be a great day to practice right here. I feel it.
What's with the tilted cap, man? What's up with that?
Torrey Hunter, man.
Torrey Hunter?
That's my man.
Torrey started this little phase.
Yeah, he
See
did.
what you doing, Torrey? Hold on one second. Torrey, he's got his hat tilted to the side like you, man. You're influencing a generation. Hold on.
Yeah. That is. Trying to be just like you. Hey, it's cocked to the right to the fullest. I'm feeling great. Oh, I'm having a blast. I hear you. Well, since you didn't have a chance, I'm going to represent for the both of us, all right? All right, I'm going to try to make a couple catches like you know, try to. It's 12:30 on Saturday. You should cop a peek. Thanks, Harold.
All right, man.
Sweet. Talk to my boy Torrey Hunter up in his mug. Yeah, boy. Hey, I just talked to Torrey Hunter. No, I talked to him on Harold Reynolds' cell phone. You know, I just talked to my man Torrey Hunter. I did. Hunter.
Were you there when Dante talked to Torrey Hunter? He said he talked to Torrey Hunter on Harold Reynolds' cell phone. I need to go over there and see if they got Tim Hudson on the line.
We have a bunch of rallies for numbers. Bam! Reading, think. Reading, think. Hurdle. Reading, think. Tune the guitar on 2-1-1, and when it's 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out, I'll play a little bluegrass on the guitar. Y'all want to hear a tune? Ring, ding, 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 ding.
2-1-2. I don't know where we get this stuff from. Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this. My mama said. Mama said.
We do it when there's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. While he's on the rubber, we bang our hat like this. And then as soon as he gets a sign and he comes set, we tap, we sprinkle it right there. As soon as he pitches, bam, right there. I think originally it was passed down from the older guys the year before.
We got here, I think that was
last year.
that was the only one we had, and then it just kind of evolved. If they don't pass that down, they don't deserve to play.
We'll have Big Larry lead off. Have you be the leadoff man. We're going to sacrifice a little speed for the long ball.
Are you nervous?
Scared? I am. This is looking pretty dark right here, man. Look at this. Look at this stuff. It's basically hitting 101. You know, it's like see spot run, see ball hit ball, then run. I didn't realize that owls were carnivorous, but they kind of ate us up last time, and we hope that we can turn that around. If we win, that's good. We get to play again tomorrow. If we lose, we'll find something good to do. Either way, we don't lose on those terms. What's happening?
Not much.
Oh, you did that.
I did that.
You gotta lose some weight, man.
I know that, but don't say that in front of Gene. Let's do Houston Street. Let's see Houston Street. Strike three, you're out. Is your body working?
Okay.
That isn't a very firm answer. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
It's not game time yet.
Okay, there you go. No use getting too excited too early. Play catch. That's all it is, a game of catch.
1's on 3. 1, 2, 3. Post.
touch off the celebration. The Owls are flying home with a national championship.
Welcome to the 2003 NCAA College World Series highlight video, a championship series. For the 54th consecutive year, Omaha, Nebraska served as host to the Men's College World Series, the place where dreams most certainly come true. NCAA Division I championship that caps off the 2003 season with a lifetime of memories. Rosenblatt Stadium once again is the site of this incredible event that has a widely anticipated new format, a best-of-3 series that replaces the one-game championship from previous years. The 2003 NCAA baseball tournament featured a 64-team field. Following the regional competition, 16 teams advanced to the Super Regional, where 8 teams survived intense competition and earned their way to Omaha to challenge for the College World Series. A double elimination format will narrow the field to 2 teams, setting up the best-of-3 championship series.
It is a better test, a better opportunity to determine the national champion. If you have a one-game series, one pitcher can dominate, and that's maybe not the best test of your best team. It might be a test of the best pitcher at that time. But with the 2 out of 3, I think it's a good compromise. Some coaches would like to go 3 out of 5, but I think when you've been here as long as you have, getting to that point, the 2 out of 3 series is the best one for the championship.
The NCAA Men's College World Series highlight video, a championship series, is brought to you by Rawlings, the official ball for 2003 NCAA Baseball Championships. This is a fantastic environment for fans from all over the country. The field for the 2003 College World Series represents 6 different states and 6 conferences. The 8 teams combined account for 19 championships in 101 appearances at the CWS. The Southeastern Conference sent 2 teams to Omaha, the 5-time champion LSU Tigers and the South Carolina Gamecocks, CWS runner-up in 2002. The lone independent school in the field is 4-time champion Miami. Making its first appearance at the College World Series is Southwest Missouri State from the Missouri Valley. 2 teams represent the state of Texas, the Rice Owls from the Western Athletic Conference, and the Texas Longhorns from the Big 12, the defending College World Series champions. There's also 2 teams from California, Cal State Fullerton from the Big West at the College World Series for the 12th time, and Stanford from the Pac-10 making its 5th straight and 15th overall trip to Omaha. The College World Series started off with a great battle between South Carolina and Stanford. South Carolina returned to Omaha for the 2nd straight year, looking to go one step further than their 2002 runner-up position. Gamecocks head coach Ray Tanner is in his 7th season, and his win percentage of nearly .700 ranks him near the top among active coaches. Third baseman Brian Busher leads South Carolina with a .390 average, 14 home runs, and 64 RBI. First-team All-America David Marchbanks is 15-2 and has nearly a 5-to-1 strikeout-to-walk ratio.
We feel real good about what we did here last year, and coming out here winning a few games definitely helped, and it definitely helped get the monkey off our back. And we're just gonna come out here, have fun, play it one game at a time, and hopefully win a few games.
the 5th straight year, Stanford made it to the College World Series. Head coach Mark Marquess in his 27th season and his Cardinal dominated its way through the regional and super regional. The balanced offensive attack is led by catcher Ryan Garko, whose .411 batting average would make him just the 6th Stanford player to ever finish a season above .400. Junior John Hudgens' 11-3 record is part of a solid 1-2 punch for the Stanford staff. He's joined by lefty Mark Romancic, a perfect 12-0 in his freshman year.
I think that it's not easy to get here, and when you get here, you gotta take advantage of it because we've come so close, and not being able to get it done, and we just really got to take advantage of this opportunity.
Stanford started the scoring in Game 1. With runners on second and third, catcher Ryan Garko faced an 0-1 count. His single through the right side scored Sam Fold and Brian Hall, giving the Cardinal a 2-0 lead. In the top of the second, pitcher John Hudgens faced South Carolina's second baseman Kevin Melillo. Melillo lined it to right center for what looked like a gapper and extra bases. But Stanford's Carlos Quinton made an unbelievable play, robbing Melillo and keeping the momentum with the Cardinal. This one was certainly worth a couple extra looks. After increasing the lead to 5-0, Stanford looked to pour it on in the fourth.
Runners take their lead, and the pitch to Lowry, a ground ball through the right side, and into right field, a base hit. Garko comes home to score. Coming around third is Carter. To throw at the plate is in time. They get him at home.
Then Johnny Ash came through. On a 1-0 pitch, Ash singled up the middle, scoring Danny Putnam, and the Cardinal took a commanding 7-0 lead. Along with a powerful offense, Stanford got an outstanding performance from John Hudgens. Cardinal ace went 8 strong innings and allowed just 2 hits as Stanford took Game 1 8-0. Game 2 was a great matchup between Cal State Fullerton and LSU. Cal State Fullerton from the Big West qualified for the College World Series for the 12th time. Head coach George Horton is making his 3rd trip to Omaha and is one of 9 men to appear as a player and as a head coach. Big West Player of the Year Shane Costa, a .371 career hitter, ranks in the top 5 in school history. The Titans bullpen is one of the deepest in the nation, led by closer Chad Cordero's 1.42 ERA.
Yeah, I watch it every year on TV, and I mean, it's, to get here 2 out of the 3 years that I've been here, it's awesome. And I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more than to be here at the end of the year.
After a 2-year absence, Louisiana State returned to Omaha looking for its 6th College World Series championship. Head coach Smoke Laval took over from the legendary Skip Bertman 2 seasons ago and managed the Tigers to an SEC championship. Junior shortstop Aaron Hill's .366 batting average led him to SEC Player of the Year honors. And on the mound, LSU is led by right-hander Nate Bumstead, a junior college transfer with an 11-3 record.
We've had some good things happen to us when we've been here, and the crowd seems to be real LSU friendly here. So yeah, it's kind of like a home away from home.
Cal State Fullerton pitcher Jason Windsor dominated LSU from the outset. In the bottom of the first, Windsor struck out Blake Gill with a high fastball. Then he got Clay Harris to end the inning. But LSU's Ryan Patterson got to Windsor in the bottom of the second. His solo home run put the Tigers up 1-0. With the game tied in the top of the third, Shane Costa turned it around for Fullerton. With 2 men on, Costa sent one deep off LSU starter Nate Bumstead. The momentum completely shifted to the Titans as they took a 4-1 lead. loading the bases in the bottom of the 6th. Jason Windsor was replaced by Sean Martin. Windsor held LSU to 1 run, but he was responsible for all 3 runners on base. On Martin's first pitch to Ryan Patterson, it looked as if the LSU DH had hit his 2nd home run of the game. But the ball stayed in the park and ended LSU's attempt at a rally. Cal State Fullerton went on to win Game 2 8-2 and force LSU to the loser's bracket. Game 3 was a matchup between the Southwest Missouri State Bears and the Rice Owls. College World Series fans saw a new face in 2003 as Southwest Missouri State advanced for the first time. Head coach Keith Gutton and his Bears sweated out an at-large tournament bid and went on the road to win both the regional and super regional. Center fielder Dante Brinkley leads the SMS attack. He was among the Missouri Valley leaders in batting average and stolen bases. The Bears pitching staff has an effective 1-2 punch with Brad Ziegler and Chad Mulholland. The two combined for 22 of SMS's 40 wins.
Any team, it was a tough road to get here. I mean, playing those games in the regional and super regional, it's a tough road, but I wouldn't consider us a Cinderella team. I mean, we were preseason ranked 25th in the nation, but I mean, we had a couple of games here and there that we could have won, and we didn't. Dropped in the polls, and it's just been up and down year. Now we're starting to play ball like we're early in the year.
For the 2nd straight year and 4th time since 1997, the Rice Owls advanced to the College World Series. Wayne Graham, in his 12th season at Rice, has 30 straight winning seasons as a head coach. All of the Owls' everyday players average over 300, led by sophomore Vincent Sinisi's 355. 6'9" sophomore Jeff Neiman leads one of the best pitching staffs in the NCAA with a 16-0 record and a 1.63 ERA. Neiman is part of a hulking quartet of talented starters that averages 6 feet 5 inches.
We're real excited as a team. You know, we're coming in with a lot of confidence. We got a lot of guys back from last year, so you know, we're coming in with a great load of confidence, and hopefully we can get a W the first night.
Rice started the game very well with 1 out and the bases loaded. Southwest Missouri State pitcher Chad Mulholland found himself in early trouble. Enrique Cruz singled to left, scoring Chris Colkhorst, and the Owls took a 1-0 lead. The sacrifice fly made it 2-0 and gave 6'9" Rice pitcher Jeff Neiman a little breathing room. At the top of the 2nd, he struck out Clay Wheeler. Then he got Tony Piazza swinging. In the bottom of the 3rd, Vincent Sinisi thought he had made it 3-0.
That's hit well to right field, down the line. If it's fair, it's way out of here. It is a foul ball.
2 pitches later, he straightened it out.
Swung on. There's a drive to deep right center field. Gets it. Goodbye.
Jeff Neiman continued to dominate. In the 5th, he retired to side 1-2-3 once again and had allowed just 1 SMS hit up to that point. Rice's Austin Davis increased the lead in the bottom of the 6th.
Swung on. There is a shot. It's going back to the warning track. Hello, goodbye.
Neiman took a 1-hitter into the 9th before Greg Mathis got a hold of one.
Here's a ball pounded to left and deep. Back she goes, away back, and gone! Greg Mathis with a home run to break the shutout. And the Bears are on the board in the College World Series at 4-1.
Then pinch hitter Jacob Hilgendorf went deep against Neiman, causing Rice coach Wayne Graham to call in the bullpen. Reliever David Ardsma came on and got the job done.
Lifted, foul territory. Here comes Stansberry. He will make the catch and the Owls win.
Neiman struck out 10 as Rice won Game 3, 4-2. Game 4 was a matchup between College World Series powerhouses, Miami and Texas. Defending champion Texas returned to the College World Series for a record 30th year. In the Super Regional at Florida State, Augie Garrido became college baseball's all-time winningest coach with 1,428 victories. Right fielder Dustin Majewski was a hero in the 2002 CWS Championship game and had another great season in 2003. Also back for the Longhorns was Houston Street, the most outstanding player in the 2002 series.
Everybody came out with we had that national champions title on us, and so everybody came out ready to play against us, and we struggled early because of it, but we fought hard all year long to get back here, and we're excited a chance to win again.
The Miami Hurricanes have become a fixture at the College World Series, making 20 appearances and winning it all 4 times. Head coach Jim Morris has led his team to Omaha in 8 of his 10 seasons and took the title in 1999 and 2001. Freshman phenom Ryan Braun made his mark in his first season, leading the Canes with 17 home runs and a .374 batting average. On the mound, junior J.D. Cockcroft leads his staff with an 11-2 record.
Oh, we're extremely excited. Obviously, it's the opportunity of a lifetime, and say more than anything, we're just confident. We're confident in ourselves and our abilities, and we're looking to come out and have a good performance.
A College World Series record 26,327 fans were on hand in Rosenblatt Stadium for the Game 4 matchup between Texas and Miami. With leadoff man Tim Moss on second in the top of the first inning, Texas's Eric Soltemeyer received a gift from Miami as Augie Garrido hoped to continue the magic from the 2002 championship. Soltemeyer grounded to third base for what should have been the third out, but Gabby Sanchez's throw got by Jim Burt, allowing Moss to score the game's first run. Following another Sanchez error in the second inning, Omar Quintanilla capitalized.
The 1-1 pitch, Quintanilla swings and he drives one to deep right field, and Barton leaps at the wall. It's gone! Home run! Omar Quintanilla, a 3-run shot, and it's 5-0 Texas.
2 batters later, Soltemeyer continued the onslaught.
Swung on. There's a drive, and kiss this baby goodbye. Eric Soltemeyer with a 2-run home run in the left field stands. And Texas dominating now. 7-0 over Miami.
All 7 runs were unearned. Miami got one back in the bottom of the second.
Here comes the 1-1. Fastball driven in the left field. Soltemeyer coming on. He makes a sliding catch. No, he doesn't either. Making the turn at third is Gabby Sanchez. Here's the throw. He's in with a headfirst slide. And it's 7-1.
But Texas put runners on again in the top of the 4th.
Teagard hammers this ball down the right field line. It's going to make it off the wall. Coming in to score is Majewski. Right behind him is Soltemeyer. He'll score. Teagard on his way to third. And he'll be in with a stand-up triple driving in 2 runs. 9-2 Texas.
With the game well in hand, Texas ace J.P. Howell shut down the Hurricanes. He allowed 2 runs in his 6 innings pitched and sent Miami to the loser's bracket. 8 different Longhorns scored a run as Augie Garrido saw his team advance to the winner's bracket with a 13-2 victory. Over the years, many teams at the College World Series have demonstrated rituals that establishes team unity. At the 2003 series, the Southwest Missouri State players used eye black to the extreme. It caught on so much that even the Bears fans got into the act. And if it helps the team win, more power to them. Game 5 at the College World Series was the first elimination game as SEC foes LSU and South Carolina battled to keep their championship hopes alive. South Carolina wasted no time getting their offense going in Game 5. With 2 outs and John Kulangas on third, Landon Powell singled to right off LSU's Bo Pettit, giving the Gamecocks a 1-0 lead. South Carolina put 4 on the board in the first when Stephen Tollison came up.
Tattooed to left field, hooking, fair ball, 1-run scores. Here comes Campbell, 2-run score, a 2-run single for the freshman Stephen Tollison, and the Gamecocks continue to pour it on. It's 6-0.
LSU's Clay Harris chipped away at the lead in the top of the second.
Swung on, that's it a long way to right field. You can write that one down and put it in the book. Harris with his 16th, and the Tigers are on the board. On run out of the stretch, delivers, swung on, that's it a long way to left field, way back there, and that one is gone! First swing in the College World Series for Quinn Stewart. A 2-run homer, and the Tigers have cut the lead in hand.
Later in the second, USC looked to add more.
Swung on and grounded towards second base, and Gill Stairs goes to second for 1, back to first, double play, that ends the inning. Well, that was a bang-bang play at first base, and an outstanding job by Blake Gill, a terrific pivot and throw by Aaron Hill, and that ends the inning.
In the fourth, LSU had cut the lead to 7-5.
Patterson from the right side. First pitch from Rawl is hit to center field and hit pretty well. Kulangas on the run, not going to get there, up against the wall on one hop. JC chugging around third, and Autry going to wave it. Here comes the relay throw to the plate, and he is safe standing up.
And it's 7-6 in the fourth inning.
After Clay Harris tied the game with a single, John Zering gave the Tigers their first lead of the game. His single up the middle brought home Harris, and the momentum had clearly shifted to LSU. In the seventh, Kevin Melillo really needed to give USC a lift.
Swung on and belted deep to left field. Backing up is Patterson. He looks up, and you can kiss it goodbye. And perhaps that will breathe a little bit of life into the offense. It's 10-8.
Then in the bottom of the eighth, the Gamecocks threatened again with Brian Busher at the plate.
Sadler deals. Busher, ground ball through the hole into right field, and run to score. Kulangas, rounding third. Right fielder bobbles it. He'll come home. We are tied. The 0-1, Busher running, hit and run. Powell hits it into the gap in left center field. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Here comes Busher. Down the stretch he comes. Gamecocks lead it 11-10.
The Gamecocks hung on to the 1-run lead and avoided elimination, thus making LSU the first team sent home from the College World Series. Two schools from California matched up in Game 6 as Stanford faced Cal State Fullerton in a winner's bracket battle. Fullerton's Justin Turner walked in the bottom of the first inning, and with 2 outs, designated hitter P.J. Piliteri doubled to left. Turner came all the way around to score, and the Titans took a quick 1-0 lead. In the second, Turner added to the Fullerton lead.
Swung on and lifted out towards left field. This has a chance to the track, to the wall. This ball is gone. Fair ball, home run. Justin Turner, a kid who's not hit one in his career, hugs the foul pole, and the Titans lead it 3-0 here in the home half of the second inning.
Stanford came back in the top of the third. With Jed Lowry on first, Brian Hall faced Fullerton's Dustin Miller.
Pitch swung on. There is a drive. It is going back, and it is hello, goodbye, home run. Ryan Hall's 6th home run of the year, and we are at 3-2 suddenly. How about that, baseball fans?
2-run pitch hit very well by Sam, pulled into center field, going back Boyer and Costa. Boyer at the wall, he looks up, it's gone, a home run for Sam Folt. This game is tied. Sam Folt just hit about a 397-foot shot to center field, an absolute bomb. It's all tied up here. Whoa, the power coming from some unexpected guys.
The lead went back and forth, and by the bottom of the 7th, it was tied again at 5. Cal State Fullerton had a man on first with one out and Richie Burgos at the plate. Titans first baseman sent a 1-1 pitch deep to right. It barely stayed in the park but was enough to score. Pelletieri from first. Burgos triple gave Fullerton a 6-5 lead. Closer Chad Cordero came on in the 8th, and with the help from his defense, shut down Stanford.
2-2 pitch, little ground ball hit right to first. Burgos goes to first for one, throws down to second. They got him. That is a double play, and that is huge.
Cordero preserved the lead to keep Fullerton undefeated and handed Stanford its first loss. Game 7 was another elimination game as the Miami Hurricanes faced the Southwest Missouri State Bears. DH Clay Wheeler got SMS off to a good start in the bottom of the first. With Dante Brinkley at second, Wheeler singled to left off starter Vince Bongiovanni, and the Bears took a 1-0 lead. Then the Bears defense shined in the second.
Drop down and a fly ball into fairly deep right center field. Mathis going over for it, and he makes a diving catch. He caught it.
But the Canes' Joey Hoof came through.
And the 1-2 on its way. Curveball sent in the air, deep left field. Going back is Wilson. He looks up. It's out of here. Home run, Joey Hoof, and the Canes tie it up on the solo shot in the top of the second.
In the fourth, SMS threatened. But Miami's catcher Eric San Pedro picked off Mathis at first. It was the 12th pickoff for San Pedro on the season. Leading 3-2 in the sixth, Miami's Jim Burt, hitless since the regionals, came to the plate.
Swing and a drive. Deep left field. The slump is over. Kiss it goodbye. Jim Burt with his first hit in 16 at-bats. And it's a solo home run to make it 4-2 here in the sixth.
Miami thought they were going to add to the lead.
Deep drive to right field. It's back on the track. Mathis bangs into the wall. And did he catch it? The answer is yes.
In the bottom of the eighth, SMS trailed 6-2.
Wheeler at second, Piazza at first. Here's the pitch to Markham, and a blast to left field. Back she goes, and it is a 3-run homer for Sean Markham. And the Bears have life in Omaha. It's 6-5.
Miami extended the lead to 7-5, and in the ninth, reliever Sean Valdez-Foley shut down the Bears. He faced the top of the SMS lineup and put them down 1-2-3.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3.
With the 7-5 win, the Miami Hurricanes avoided elimination and put an end to the Cinderella run of the Southwest Missouri State Bears. The 2003 College World Series broke new ground on the technological front. The entire series was broadcast by ESPN, and for the first time ever, it was offered in high definition. The new HD format provided an amazingly crisp and sharp view, pitch after pitch, for those fans who couldn't make it to Rosenblatt Stadium. Game 8 matched two teams from the state of Texas as the Rice Owls took on the Texas Longhorns in a battle between two 1-0 teams. Texas used a little superstition to get things started in the bottom of the first. With runners at the corners, first baseman Curtis Thigpen faced Wade Townsend with 2 outs.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Thigpen swings. He's going to line this one down the right field line. That's falling for extra bases. In the score, Quintanilla. Rounding third, Sotomayor. He's being waved home. Here he comes. The throw coming in from the right side to the plate. Not in time. Cut off. RBI double. Curtis Thigpen's done it again. And the Longhorns grab a 2-0 lead.
With Chris Kolkos on first at the top of the third, Rice got a gift.
Pitch on the way to Stansbury. Bunts it first base side. Here comes Simmons to cover. He'll pick it up. He'll throw down the first base line. Stansbury's on his way to second. Here comes Kolkos. He's rounding the bag of third, headed to the plate. He is safe.
Then in the fourth, Rice needed a big 2-out hit.
Delivery, the change, hit to right center, base hit into the gap. One run has scored. Jorgensen round second. He heads to third. Graham's going to wave him all the way around, and he is going to score standing up. It's a 2-run double for Justin Ruckty, and the Owls take a 3-2 lead.
Leading 4-2 in the top of the sixth, the Owls had a chance to break it wide open.
Lined up the middle, that's going to be a base hit. One run has scored. Burrell around second. He will score. Here's the throw to third. Colcorn is safe. The ball gets away and into the dugout. Colcorn is going to score. It is a 7-2 Rice lead.
Rice scored 7 runs in the sixth and eventually took a 12-2 lead. Rice starter Wade Townsend dominated throughout. He went 8 2/3 innings, striking out 10. By staying undefeated, Rice gets a valuable day off, while Texas moves to the losers bracket and must play the next day. Game 9 matched Stanford against South Carolina in a game where the loser goes home. Stanford's Danny Putnam got the Cardinal on the board first with 2 outs in the top of the first. Putnam hit a 1-0 pitch up the middle, scoring Carlos Quinton, and quickly Stanford had a 1-0 lead. In the third, Chris Carter extended a 2-0 lead.
And Carter grounds it back up the middle for a hit. Quinton scores, Putnam in to score. Stanford leads it 4-0.
Then in the fourth, Johnny Ash came to the plate with 1 out.
The 1-0 pitch to Ash, a swing and a line drive down the right field line. That's a fair ball and it will roll into the corner. Swope around third, he's going to score it. Paul getting the green light. He's around third, he will score. Ash in the third base sliding with a triple. A 2-run triple for Johnny Ash, and Stanford has opened it up. It's now 6-0.
With a 7-0 lead, Stanford poured it on in the seventh. Putnam hit a 2-run home run, giving him 5 RBI on the day, and the Cardinal lead grew to an insurmountable 9-0 margin. Putnam's defense was just as strong as his offense. On one occasion, he showed great ability to go deep to rob South Carolina, and another time he charged hard to halt the Gamecocks. In the end, Mark Marquis and his Stanford Cardinal avoided elimination with a 13-6 win. The loss sent South Carolina home and ended their bid to improve on the 2002 runner-up finish. Before we get to Game 10, let's enjoy some of the defensive gems of the College World Series.
Towards the wall, Colcorn at the wall, jumps up and catches the ball. Absolutely the play of the year for Chris Colcorn. Are you kidding me?
Game 10 was an elimination game between Miami and Texas. Combined, the two schools have won 9 College World Series championships. The game was scoreless through 2.5 innings until Michael Holloman came to the plate. Holloman led off the bottom of the third and hit a 3-2 pitch from Brandon Cameradesi into left field bleachers for a 1-0 lead. Then with 2 on and 1 out, Dustin Majewski faced Cameradesi.
He swings, drives it out to deep center field. This is going to fall for extra bases. Both runs will score. Majewski will round second, and he will hold there. He's got to get back to the bag in a hurry, and he dives back in. An RBI double. Majewski brings home 2, and it's a 3-0 Texas lead.
In the top of the sixth, Brian Barton closed the gap for Miami.
Line drive into right center field. Long run from Majewski, and the center fielder, and he's not going to get it. Over the head of Barron.
Rounding third is Ryan Braun. Throw is cut off, and the Hurricanes have scored to make it a 3-1 ball game.
Miami would eventually find itself in a 5-1 hole with their 2003 hopes fading. 2002 most outstanding player Houston Street was on the mound for Texas and closed out the Hurricanes. With a 5-1 win, Texas advanced to face Rice in a rematch of Game 8. Meanwhile, the Miami Hurricanes were eliminated from the College World Series. Game 11 matched 2-0 Cal State Fullerton against 2-1 Stanford. A Fullerton win would advance them to the championship series, while a Stanford win would force a rematch the following day. Early on, Stanford showed they weren't ready to go home. Right fielder Carlos Quinton came to the plate with one runner on.
As Quinton swings and hits a fly ball deep to left. Dorn going back, and it's gone. A 2-run blast from Carlos Quinton, and it's 2-0 Stanford.
In the top of the second, DH P.J. Piliteri put the Titans on the board.
Titans want to win this game and advance to the championship round as Piliteri launches one out to right field, but the ballpark should hold it. Quinton racing back, or will it? He'll jump up, and can he get there? No, he can't. It is gone, a red-hot solo shot, and the Titans have come to within a run here.
In the top of the third, Shane Costa put Fullerton ahead.
A shot down the left field line is a fair ball. Coming around third base. Here comes a tying run in, and scoring is Prettyman. Another run coming around. Here comes Turner. He'll score. And Cal State Fullerton takes a 3-2 lead here in the top half of the third inning.
Lowry his lead off of third, Carter off of first. Stanford trails 3-2 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Nobody out, and the 1-2 pitch to Hall, a swing and a base hit into right field. Coming home to score is Lowry. Carter stops at second, and Brian Hall comes through with a big hit. This game is all knotted up at 3.
Stanford took a 4-3 lead into the eighth when Quinton came up.
Fastball swung on, crushed to left field. If it's fair, it'll be gone. Home run for Carlos Quinton, and the Cardinal have an insurance run.
Stanford got a stellar pitching performance from John Hudgens. The Cardinal right-hander allowed just 5 hits and struck out 7 and was 1 out away from a complete game.
2 outs. Runner at second. Here's the stretch. Top of the ninth inning. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. There's a high fly ball to left. The left fielder coming over for Stanford, and it is caught. And the Stanford Cardinal has won this game by the final score of 5-3 to force a rubber game tomorrow here at Rosenblatt Stadium in Omaha.
Game 12 was a battle for bragging rights in the state of Texas as 2-1 Texas faced 2-0 Rice. A win by Rice would advance them to the championship series. Pitcher Philip Umber got the call for Rice and quickly retired the first 2 batters. He then proceeded to hit the next 3 Texas batters, but with the pressure on, Umber got out of the inning with a strikeout. Then in the second inning, Umber struck out the first 2 batters, walked the next 2, and got out of another jam by striking out Omar Quintanilla to end the inning. On the mound for Texas, J.P. Howell shut down Rice in the early going. In the bottom of the first, he struck out the side and allowed just 1 base hit through 3 innings. Leading 1-0 in the top of the fourth, Eric Soltemeyer came through for Texas.
Hammered into left field for a base hit. Coming in to score is Moss. Rounding first, on his way to second is Soltemeyer. The throw gets away from the second baseman Cruz. On the way to third is Soltemeyer. Soltemeyer's being rounded to the plate. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time!
Rice narrowed the gap to 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth and put runners on first and second for Dane Bubella.
Hit well into the left center field gap. Joe Farron is going back. He is looking up that ball. He's going to one-hop the wall. It's going to be a ground rule double. Loved by a fan, and that is going to hurt the Owls big time.
Jeff Blackington moved over to third on the play.
Lined into left center, base hit into the gap. 1 run has scored. Bubella around third. He's going to score easily. Justin Ruckty, another 2 RBI. Huge hit, and Rice takes a 4-3 lead.
Texas tied the game 4-4 in the top of the fifth, and that's how it stayed heading into the bottom of the ninth as 2002 most outstanding player Houston Street came on in relief. The Rice faithful knew one hit would put the Owls into the championship series.
Up the middle, base hit. Here comes Farron. Wade Graham is going to send him to the plate. The ball gets through, and the Owls win it, and on to the championship round.
The Rice Owls took one step closer to winning its first championship in any sport. Wayne Graham and his team won the Battle of the State of Texas. The Longhorns' hope to repeat as champions was gone. Game 13 was a rematch between Stanford and Cal State Fullerton. The winner would advance to face Rice in the championship series, while the loser would be eliminated. In the top of the first, Stanford's Carlos Quinton was on third when RBI machine Danny Putnam came to the plate with 2 outs.
First pitch to Putnam, lined into left field for a base hit. Quinton comes in to score 1-0 Cardinals, 3 hits from the big 3 in the middle of the order, and the Cardinals have the early lead.
Cal State Fullerton took a 2-1 lead, and Ronnie Prettyman added to it in the bottom of the 4th.
The 1-0 pitch. Monty takes it, bouncing ball up through the middle. No, smothered, booted by Slope. Being waved as Dorn. He'll come home to score. 3-1 cut. Prettyman on his way to second. Safe at second.
Trailing 4-1 in the 6th, DH Chris Carter gave the Cardinal a lift.
The swing and a deep drive in right field. That one's hit way back. Costa going back, and it's gone. A home run for Chris Carter. A no doubt about shot to right center field. A 2-run homer. Stanford is back in this ball game. It's 4-3.
But Justin Smyers got the run back for Fullerton in the bottom of the 6th.
Smyers goes opposite way, out into right. Quinton, he's going to come up charging, throwing. He boots the play. Coming home, Karasi slides in. He is safe. In to score, Karasi, and the Titans get a run back. It's a 5-3 lead.
But again, Stanford battled back, this time in the top of the 7th.
Fastball hit in the air, deep to right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone. Home run, Johnny S. And we're tied. Johnny S has 0 career home runs until right now. He has homered to tie the game.
The 5-5 tie held into the 10th, the first game to go extra innings. Danny Putnam came to the plate in yet another clutch situation.
Putnam swings, crushes it to deep right. This ball's got a chance. This ball is gone. 2-run homer for Danny Putnam, and the Cardinal lead it 7-5.
That lead would hold up.
3 balls and a strike on Richie Burgos. Runner at second with 2 outs, bottom of the 10th inning. Here's the stretch. The pitch coming, swung on. There's a high fly ball to center field. Under the ball is Sam Fuld. He makes the catch. And the Stanford Cardinals will play for the NCAA Championship Series Saturday night against the Rice Owls.
With the field narrowed to 2, the much-anticipated best-of-3 championship series was the talk of Omaha.
Well, I think most baseball coaches and baseball people feel that that's the best way to play it, best 2 out of 3. So it's not just you face one hot pitcher and you're out of there. So I think 2 out of 3 is great.
It's a great way for teams to be able to show exactly who they are and be able to use all their pitch in and have to prove that they can hit every game. So it's going to be a great challenge, and we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be very exciting.
While both Rice and Stanford hold a similar distinction of being 2 of the top academic institutions, their athletic accomplishments couldn't be more different. Stanford has won the College World Series twice, and the school has claimed nearly 100 NCAA championships. Meanwhile, Rice is making just its 4th College World Series appearance, and the school has never won an NCAA championship in a team sport. History aside, the players from both of these teams knew their dream was just 2 wins away.
Well, it's kind of like all the cards are falling into place, and just to get through our bracket and get to the national championship series, that's where we wanted to be. And it's just like a series we played all year, and we haven't lost a series yet all year, and so we like our chances. And we've got great pitching and great hitting and great defense, and it should be a lot of fun.
It's what we work for all year long, and you always talk about it, everybody talks about it, but I mean now we're here, we're right here, and we're always here, and So as a team, I think it's just the last step our program needs to take just to put us back on top of college baseball.
I grew up, you know, when I was in high school, going to the games at Old Cameron Field and watching Lance Berkman and Bubba Crosby and those guys, you know, my childhood heroes. And to be able to say that I competed on the same field as them and did something that not even they could do would just be unbelievable, something you dream about.
I think that we all feel that we have, you know, over the last 5 years been, you know, if not the best, one of the best programs in the country, and it's been disappointing not to have put that on paper. Just for us, recognition nationally, I think just winning this series is a real big thing. You know, just getting here isn't quite enough for us anymore.
Game 13 hero Johnny Ash looked to get things started for Stanford as he faced Rice's imposing ace, Jeff Neiman.
3-2 pitch, and Ash crushes it to deep right field. Bubella going back, a home run for Johnny Ash, and it's 1-0 Stanford.
Still in the first, Carlos Quinton's single bringing Ryan Garco to the plate. On a 1-2 pitch, Garco doubled to right center, scoring Quinton all the way from first. They added another run by the way of an error, and the Cardinals started the championship series exactly as they had hoped, jumping out to a 3-0 lead before Rice had their first at bat. In the bottom of the third, Rice battled back Chris Colkhurst at the plate.
That's hit well to right center field. That's headed towards the gap. On the dead run is the center fielder diving and can't make it. It's out to the track. Colkhurst is on his way to third. He will be in there with a stand-up triple.
Dane Bubella came through with a sacrifice fly to score Colkhurst, and the Owls cut the Cardinal lead to 3-1. Both pitchers settled in and worked effectively. After allowing 3 runs in the first inning, Jeff Neiman shut down Stanford until he was taken out at the end of the 8th. Meanwhile, in the first 5 innings, starter Ryan McCauley allowed just 1 run on 4 hits and looked very sharp. But Rice got to him in the 6th.
As that one's hit through the left side, base hit into shallow left field. He is going to send Bubella. Here's the throw from Putnam. It's up the line. The run scores. Throw to second. Not in time. Davis is safe, and it's a 3-2 ball game.
2 batters later, Enrique Cruz came to the plate with his father, former Major Leaguer Jose, hoping his son could tie it.
3-2 to Cruz. Line drive up the middle. Base hit into left center field. In to score from third is Davis to tie the game. As Enrique Cruz stops at first, an RBI single, and we are even at 3.
The game remained tied at 3 in the 8th when Garco walked, and Danny Putnam had a chance to come up with yet another clutch hit.
That's out in the left center field towards the wall. Colkhurst at the wall, jumps up and catches the ball. Absolutely the play of the year for Chris Colkhurst. Are you kidding me? That's the stuff national championships are made out of.
As the sun set over Rosenblatt Stadium, Championship Series Game 1 was everything it was hoped to be. The tie game went to the bottom of the 10th, and Rice had Colkhurst on first and nobody out. Ryan McCauley was still in the game for Stanford as Bubella got the sign to sacrifice. Bubella got the job done, moving Colkhurst into scoring position and putting the Owls just a base hit away from winning Game 1 of the best-of-3 Championship Series. Mark Marquis made the call of the pen and brought in freshman Kodiak Quick. McCauley pitched his heart out through 9 of the 3rd innings and saved the depleted Stanford staff. And it looked like Marquis's move paid off.
0-1 to Davis. Little bouncer on the first base side, hit weakly, fielded by the pitcher Quick. Throws the first, throws it away! He throws it away, a collision at first base, and coming in to score is Colkhurst with the winning run as Rice wins it. 4-3 in 10 innings on a bad throw by the pitcher Quick on an easy play.
Wade Townsend got the start for the Owls in Game 2 of the Championship Series. The first Stanford batter he faced was Sam Fuld, who needed just 1 hit to tie the career record for most hits in a College World Series.
Drilled to deep right field. It's got a chance. Dane Bubella will watch it leave. A leadoff homer for Sam Fuld. And again, the Cardinals score in the first inning. A leadoff homer makes it 1-0.
Leading 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd and a runner on third, Stanford's Carlos Quinton hit a blooper to right, scoring Tobin Swope. As in Game 1, Stanford took an early 3-0 lead. But in the top of the fourth, Rice started to get the Stanford pitcher John Hutchins. With runners on first and second and one out, Matt Eckert put the Owls on the board.
This one hit well to right field. Quentin going back in front of the warning track. He will not make the catch as he lost the ball in the sun and it drops in. He tries to throw it in, the ball gets away and he's going to send the runner. Stansbury will score and the Owls get a very lucky run. It's 3-1.
Hutchins held Rice to just one run in the fourth and dominated the Owls batters as he looked for his third win in the 2003 CWS. His 7 strong innings were a huge boost to even the series at 1 game apiece. In the 7th, Stanford pulled away.
There's a ground ball, picked up by Sinisi, bobbled by Sinisi, has no play, another run scored.
So 2 runs across the bases are still loaded. And Ash swings and crushes it to deep right field. Bubella will play it off the wall on a hop. 1 run is going to score. Here comes Tobin Swope, he will score. Fold is being held up and the Cardinal lead it big, 7-1.
Rice eventually made it 8-3, but never threatened to overcome Stanford's 5-run 7th inning rally.
Fly ball deep center field. Sam Fold moving under it at the warning track. He makes the catch, and the Cardinal will play tomorrow. The final score, Stanford 8, Rice 3, John Hutchins his 3rd College World Series victory, and the Stanford Cardinal and the Rice Owls will play Game 3 tomorrow to decide the national championship.
The entire Division I college baseball season came down to 1 game. The new 2-out-of-3 format provided everything the fans could ever want. And now both Rice and Stanford stood 1 win away from seizing baseball supremacy. Championship Series Game 3 marked the 8th game Stanford played, a new College World Series record. In fact, the Cardinal appeared in half of the 16 games played in Omaha. In the first, Rice loaded the bases by way of 2 walks and a single. Stanford freshman Mark Romancic was on the mound for the Cardinal and had trouble finding the plate.
Here is the 3-1 pitch to Cruz. Outside ball forward, he walks him and the Owls lead it 1-0.
It was a nightmarish start for Romancic and the Cardinal. Romancic got the next 2 batters out, but couldn't retire the side. With the bases still loaded, he walked Jeff Blackington, scoring Craig Stansbury for Rice's 2nd run, and the trouble continued.
Inside ball. The 5th walk in this inning brings home the 3rd run.
You don't want to beat yourself. If somebody's going to help you out, you don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth and do something foolish like swinging a bad pitch and hitting to a double play, which would have ended that inning. So we were patient.
The whole time we talked about having to get on the board early and kind of take control of the game. And they gave us the opportunity. They walked a bunch of hitters and we were patient enough and it worked out well. And being on the board early, I think, really helped us out.
After the Rice offense got its 4th run of the game, the Owls' superb defense took charge in the top of the 5th. Catcher Justin Ruckey broke the Cardinal morass.
As a catcher, sometimes you don't really get noticed unless you can throw people out, and I think that's been one of my biggest assets to the team, and I think the pitchers appreciate it, and I think the defense appreciate it, and I think it shuts down rallies, and I think that's kind of what it did there.
Then more Rice defense.
Breaking ball chopped to the left side. Stansbury will not get it. Giannis Field throws, gets him.
In any game, our defense broke him down time and time again. The pitching was good, the offense was good, but the defense is what helped us win the thing.
Yes, the defense was awesome, and so was the pitching of starter Philip Umber.
I knew I had to focus on the job I had. Against Texas, I kind of went into it and didn't have the right focus on the right things. And today I just tried to get 3 pitches over the plate, and we played great defense and got a lot of runs.
Pitch on the way from Umber. Changeup swung on and missed on the breaking ball. Umber strikes out 2 in a row to end the 6th. He has worked 6 fantastic innings.
I know that coming out today, I felt Umber was going to be the hero, going to throw a game that he was capable of and that we all knew he was capable of, and he deserved it, and I was really happy for him.
With the Rice pitching and defense in championship form, the offense joined the act with a breakout in the bottom of the 6th.
The pitch to Cruz, ground ball over the 3rd baseman, Ash into left field, a base hit. Colcourt scores. Here comes Stansbury to the plate. He scores. Putman throws to 3rd, not in time. Sinisi is there, and in at 2nd base is Enrique Cruz. 2 runs coming in on the base hit, and Rice leads it 6-0.
Hit in the air center field. This will score a run, maybe more. Back goes Fold, way back. It's over his head. It gets to the warning track. 1 run scores. Cruz around third, headed to the plate. The relay throw by Swope is way too late. And they now lead it 8-0.
Line in the right field. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI for Dane Bubella. On the way to Colthorst, line into deep left field. Putnam is going back, and he is going to dive and not make the catch on the warning track. 1 run has scored. Bubella will round third. He will score. They'll hold Ruckty at third. It's 11-0 on Chris Colthorst's second double of the game.
When I get on base, good things happen. I got great hitters hitting behind me. All year, when I get on, we usually score runs. In yesterday's game, we lost, and I didn't get on base at all. And so I took it personally, and coaches said, Coach Pierce, our outfield coach and hitting coach, made it clear that, hey, you get on when we win this game, and it worked for us.
Finally, some consolation for Stanford.
3-1 pitch, and Fold laces it into center field for a base hit. Brian Hall will score. Sam Fold is now the all-time career hits leader at the College World Series.
With a 14-2 lead and a championship in hand in the 9th, Philip Umber remained in the game for Rice to close it out and start the celebration.
3-2 pitch on the ground to Stansberry. He comes up with it. Touch off the celebration. The Owls are flying home with a national championship.
Let the celebration begin in Houston. Rice has won its first NCAA championship in any sport in the 91-year history of the school.
It feels like nothing you could even imagine. You know, when you play high school baseball, and, you know, you go to college, you're hoping you get into a good college and can play baseball. Every step is just a dream come true, and to finally have it culminate here, being a senior in my last game ever, is just better than you can imagine.
It's just unbelievable for the city of Houston and for the alumni itself. The alumni have been waiting on a national championship in any sport, whether it's, you know, soccer, bowling, whatever it may be. It hadn't happened yet, so this is just a great feeling. I'm sure they're just greatly excited for us.
It's indescribable. It's unbelievable when you're sitting here and just you know what just happened, and the season's actually over, but you won your last game, something most people don't get to do. It's just a great feeling.
Me and Coach been through a lot together. We're really close. I'm so happy we got one for him. We carried him, you know, to the stands, whatever. But it was awesome, man. It's time in his life right now. We're all soaking it up too.
I think it's something that it'll take a while for people to realize what's really happened. For some people, it's like this is a fable, but it's not. It's reality. We've really done it.
In the first year of the best-of-3 championship series, Wayne Graham and his Owls proved without any doubt Rice is the king of NCAA Division I baseball. The Rice Owls, the 2003 College World Series champions.